Good morning.
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm okay. I'm up early. How are you?
I'm used to being up early, so, doing great. You just received a Lifetime Career Award from the Saturn Awards, or the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films. That must have been a pretty cool honor.
It was unique. I've never gotten an honor like that. It was spectacular. It was a really good evening, and I was sitting next to Walter Hill and Reggie Hudlin. Reggie produced Django, and he presented it to me, and Walter, basically gave me my career. So it was pretty awesome.
Quite the career you've had. I mean, you've made over 130 films, not to mention television shows. You watch television and movies, and you pop up, and for a while there it was just, hey, it's that guy. It's that guy. You see him a lot, but over the years, though, we've come to know your name because you're just one of these actors that takes movies, whatever you're in, and you just make it that much more interesting and better. And you've been on Dexter for quite a while. You're getting ready to start season 7. Is this going to be the final season of Dexter?
No, the season that begins airing on Sunday is 7th season, and we're going to have an 8th season. That's my understanding to be the final one. That is definitely happening.
Now, you're still shooting the 7th season, is that right?
Just wrapping it up, yeah, 3rd.
Fans of your show, Dexter, love the show, but what are they like when they meet you? Are they a little out there, pretty normal? How would you describe them?
Dexter is interesting in that it stimulates people, kind of an intellectual way. People don't become kooky about it when they meet me. I mean, I've had people who become kooky over Sex and the City or 48 Hours of the Warriors. They get very animated and excited, but Dexter, people are a little more quiet and Dexter-like, but they're really into it. Because Dexter's really a very intellectual kind of exercise. A lot more emotionally and intellectually stimulating rather than really just getting you nuts.
So last season ends with Dexter, I guess, sort of being caught in the act, if you will.
I would say that's precisely what happened.
What's going to happen? What can you tell us about season 7, if anything?
Well, I'm not going to spoil it, but what I can say is that tone-wise, action-wise, that what you're going to see is that we don't back away from it. We don't try to backpedal and turn it into something that it wasn't. That it didn't really happen. She didn't really see this. It must have been her imagination. We're not doing any of that. We're moving forward as though it really happened. You really did catch him in the act of stabbing some guy in the chest, namely Travis Marshall, the serial killer. So we're working from that dynamic. So we're going to test every fiber of Deborah's and Dexter's relationship to each other and to the world, because now they're going to have to really rethink their purposes. And I can just say that we're coming out of the starting blocks really strong and not trying to back off of what happened.
Something I was thinking about, with more access to things like Netflix on-demand type watching of shows, and with a new season coming out, there are probably people out there that they've been hearing about Dexter. Maybe they've never watched Dexter. Maybe they don't have a subscription to Showtime or whatever, but with other areas now to view it, there are people that may just now be saying, hey, I'm going to go back and I want to watch this, and they're going to start off at season 1. What would you say to somebody who says, hey, should I start watching this as season 1?
Absolutely. Give yourself a treat. You watch it from season 1, it's like, starting a book at the beginning. I mean, some books I guess you could pick up in the middle, but this one is just so consistent that it's really a lot of fun to watch the setup. The setup season it's the opening act, and I would say, yeah, definitely.
Now, I got to ask you about Quentin Tarantino, Django Unchained, which is coming out this Christmas, and I'm already excited to see the movie. All of Quentin Tarantino's movies are so refreshingly different from what you normally see. So working with Quentin Tarantino, what is it about Quentin Tarantino that makes his film so special?
Working with Quentin is as refreshing as watching his movies. Quentin is a guy that, I love him. I love him. I admire him. I respect him. I can't say enough good things about him. He's really somebody who is just right there with you. When we're working on a Quentin film, he's sitting next to the camera for every single shot. He's not dispatching second unit. He's not dispatching other people to go and do things for him. There's no video village. Quentin's sitting next to the camera watching every shot. He's in the trenches with you all the way. He doesn't ask the actors to do anything he won't do himself. And that is something that's challenging and wonderful, and he's really just 100% present. And that's the old school style of filmmaking. The director is sitting right there watching the watching the action unfold. He's not in a tent watching it on a TV monitor. But Quentin is he's Michelangelo laying on his back on the painting the Sistine Chapel, one brush stroke at a time. He's not directing somebody from down below. And so when you're up there on that scaffold with him, it's just great. I love working with Quentin.
Well, Dexter Season 7, it is this Sunday night on Showtime, and then this Christmas we got to look for you in Django Unchained, which I'm very much looking forward to seeing both. I certainly appreciate you hanging out with me, James, and taking the time to talk about this stuff.
My pleasure.